You can't get yourself to exercise on your own. There are a couple reasons why you can't get yourself to exercise on your own. One, you don't even think about it. You don't even think about, hey, I should be exercising. Until something in your life happens, maybe you talk to somebody, you read something, you see yourself in the mirror, and then you go, oh, I should be exercising. And then it falls back off your radar. Or another situation is, you think that you should be exercising on your own, and then you decide, I don't want to do that. So you thought about it, and you actively made a decision, nah, I'm not going to exercise. I want to keep doing what I'm doing. The third reason I find people don't exercise on their own is because they don't know what to do. They get bored when they exercise. They go to exercise, they're exercising, they go, this is boring. And they think, I don't know what I should be doing, I don't know, it all looks the same, it's kind of horizontal. Every exercise is even. I have 3 core exercises. They're all the same, I might as well just pick one. I have 3 chest exercises. they're all the same, I just pick one. 3 leg exercises, horizontal, they're all equally weighted. I mean, they're not, they are drastically different and should be picked based on specific purposes. But the reason people don't exercise on their own is because it all looks the same. The whole field looks the same and they don't know how to value it. So first, they just don't think about it. They're reminded of it and they go, oh, I should do that, and it falls off their radar because they don't have some level of internal, external accountability. They think about exercising, they go, I should do that, and they know that they should. And this is so they think about it on a recurring basis. They go, I don't want to do that. Because they're involved in something else. It's not the right time for them to do it. And they don't have a retrieval system that they can count on later to remind themselves, hey, I should exercise. And the third style is when you go to actually exercise, you just get bored. Everything looks the same. You're pretty much apathetic or indifferent. It's all equally weighted. And in your mind, you go, one over the other, chicken the egg, I don't know, it's all the same. Start exercising, you're like, I'm just moving my calf. What is this really doing anyway? And you are so not attracted to it. And you're not exactly repulsed because there's a part of you that knows, hey, I should probably be doing something for my health. But outside of that, I kind of want to do this. I'm ready to go do something else, more exciting, more interesting, more the way that I like it to be. At least when I talk to people who finally found exercise to be important, they recognize this important lesson. Little by little, a little becomes a lot, and it doesn't cost as much effort to keep going as it does to get started. You have gravity pushing down on you in terms of habits. You have a lifestyle that's built to support certain things, and it's not built to support exercising on a recurring basis if you fall into one of these 3 practices. Start to adopt the mindset that, hey, if I just do a little bit, that's better than nothing. And you start to get rewarded by the experience. And you start to see some changes. You go, oh, well, I can feel my arms a little bit more. I can feel my legs or my glutes or whatever the example is. And that becomes fulfilling in the sense of, oh, that was pretty cool. I learned how to move my foot in a different way. And you start to develop curiosity. First, what was hard now became easy because you adapted. Your body was thrown off. Your mind was thrown off. It was out of homeostasis. It was out of balance. And you needed to assert yourself. I'm going to do this. I'm a little bit tired. I'm going to do this. And then eventually you start to have more energy. And little by little, a little became a lot. When you start an exercise session, it gets easier to follow through all the way to the end. The hardest part is starting. So if you fall into the category where you're just not thinking about it at all, and then you're roughly reminded, or if you fall into the category where you think about it somewhat on a regular basis, but you say, nah, or you fall into the category where you just get bored and you go, I don't find anything interesting about this, it's kind of all apathetic, it's all the same. If you clump that person together and you said, hey look, just pick one thing to become interested about. How can I move my toe or my foot? How can I influence it? Ask for help. People cannot get themselves to exercise on their own because they can't get themselves to become attracted to it. They can't get themselves to become curious about it. They can't recognize and teach themselves how to become fulfilled by movement. It makes you feel better. Moving well each day kind of gives you the energy to move more each day. It's kind of a weird thing, but once you get into a loop of moving more, it just feels amazing. So if you can just get past that initial gravity, get started, develop some curiosity about it, some interest, find an interesting part of the subject matter of movement that you find interesting, and you will be greatly rewarded. If you like this, check out my website, dominicsessa.com, my YouTube, my Instagram. If you're on my newsletter, thanks for being here. I'll talk to you again soon.